Hi, this is Joe from Cursive, and let's take a little look at how to interpret some of the information that's provided by Cursive's authorship and analytics. So this information will be available to you directly through the assignments that you're giving to students when you're looking through all submissions. There's just quick, easy access, but you can also drill down into a single student's writing portfolio by using the participants list. So here's a student that we have seeded a bunch of assignments for this particular course, and we can take a look at kind of their writing overall. So one of the things that we can take a look at it would be how much effort and did they match the previous submissions from that user's profile across your site or for this particular course. In this case, I was the author and I've taken additional and previous writing submissions through the site, and you're seeing that there is a match, that green check, that's showing that that is a match for the author. Now, you're also seeing information like effort, which is the total amount of writing that occurs over the process or over the session, and that's divided by the total number of characters that are in the final submission. So as a student edits work and they improve it and they remove extraneous words or they change some of the formatting, that's going to increase total verbosity, kind of the process data. But the ultimate submission is going to be shorter, more succinct, hopefully tighter, right? And that's where you get this effort being over 100%. You can see that they spent about 4 minutes, that they wrote about 50 words per minute. And if we take a look at the replay, we can also watch the process as it occurred for the student. This gives us a bunch of information about how to see what's going on and to get a little bit more confidence. And the student is going and they're adding text, they're deleting text, they're making big changes to the work as it's being created. If we take a look at another submission, in this case, we're seeing kind of lack of information. So we see very low effort, only about 15 seconds that the student spent, and we really only see about one word. Now, the revision percentage is very high, but if we take a look at the replay, I think we'll see that we are only going to capture a V or basically from a paste event that's occurring. And you can see that there was a paste event happened about 58 seconds into the submission process, but the student gave a comment, but only a period. So if we take a look now at the actual submission, we're seeing that essentially all of the submission is unattributed, right? It's either a paste or it's generative AI, or it's, in this case, it was a paste. We can see that the student did try to leave a comment, but in a sense, not enough information for us to really evaluate whether the student was the author of this work. Now let's take a look at an additional one where it might be a specific assignment where we're asking students to paste information, where we're asking them to do some research, but also to provide us some insight into how that information is going to be used in the synthesis of their writing. So here we see effort score below 100%, right? So 89%, which would suggest that there's either unattributed text or pasted text directly into the interface. And if we take a look, we're going to see that there's 2 paste events, one from Dorothy Parker, one from Philip Pullman, and the student has identified these with quotation marks, right? So here's paste number 1, and here's the quote number 2. But we also see significant amount of writing from the student directly attributed by the unhighlighted text. And if we look at the replay, we're going to see lots of great information about kind of how information was captured, and the editing process that the student went through. So overall, I would say is like based on the assignment instructions for the student to paste material here, we're getting a really clear look at what the work that a student has done and how much of the text is attributed directly to the student. So those are a couple different ways that you can look at Cursive's authorship and analytics. Getting a holistic view of the student effort, especially for a single student, is a great way to build longitudinal relationship with that writing and to kind of see their writing evolve over time. Hope that helps. Thank you very much.